Hello, Virgo. What we are doing is we have the masculine energy on the left-hand side. We have the feminine on the right. We have the outcome the feminine would like. Got a couple of cards talking about any healing, any recommendations for the feminine or masculine in order to help speed up, expedite their union. And then we have a final outcome card at the top. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, these are energies, so whomever embodies the masculine and the feminine energies, those messages would be applicable to you or your partner. So starting off with the divine feminine. First card we have is This is Your Life's Purpose. There is a prayer in the bottom that says, Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. So I'm getting for a number of the divine feminine, you have been totally focused on your career. If you look here, you can see, she's not even at all looking in his direction. She's totally looking off to the right, not looking at him at all. And the last time we did a reading, a lot of the divine feminine were not even focused on him at all, but it was more of from a place of being frustrated and irritated with the process. Many of you, many of us, just being over the whole thing, over the whole relationship, union, connection, and just being done with it. Done with it, done with him, done with the masculine energy, just ready to move on. Being tired of the whole, back and forth and such that's gone on for months and years for many of us. Now, this time, it's not being focused on him, not because of frustrations with the process, but rather being focused on your job, your career. For many of you, you've started your own business. For some of you, you have transitioned into a new career, a new field in your work. That is part of your life purpose. So for some of you, you've shifted into a new department, a new career. For some of you, it wasn't even of your own choosing. It just divinely happened because it's part of your path. But because it's a change and it's a shift, you're totally dedicated. You're into it. You're trying to get up and running, getting things going. Same for those of you that have started your own business. You are very focused on getting that business up and going that you don't have time for. You don't have time for relationships. A lot of you don't have time for friends or family. You are just 100% dedicated into your work at this time. And they're encouraging you to find a little bit more balance. And they are going to help you get that balance because that will help you as well as your other half. But for a lot of you, it's also going to help you. So what they're saying is for a number of you, because of starting your business, changing career fields, changing departments, changing positions, you're just really overwhelmed with stress right now. And they're saying that the stress has become overwhelming, that you're totally out of balance. You're out of balance with spending time with friends and family. You're out of balance of taking care of yourself. Everything's been dedicated to work. So they're really encouraging you to get back to a better place of balance. And for some of you, this shift is actually helping with that because some of you, have been totally out of balance because of career work for so long that this change that came about that was not of your own choosing is actually forcing you to get a better life balance. But that's all part of the divine plan. Because for a number of you, you would never be able to bring your twin flame, your soulmate into your life because you've just been 100% dedicated to work for so long that this is all part of God's plan to prepare you to have time for that divine partnership, that love, your beloved, to bring him or the masculine energy into your life. So they're encouraging you to get a better balance. They are going to help you with that. Now, this next card we have is intimacy. And I get a sense of you that there's a large number of you that are you just have yourselves completely closed off. And they're actually going to have me read this excerpt from the book. So let's go ahead and find it real quick. Okay. You may have been emotionally hurt in the past, and as a result, you are now reluctant to share your feelings with others because you fear being hurt again. It is understandable that you have placed a protective shield around your heart. However, it's now time to drop the armor because at present it is preventing a worthwhile relationship from forming. There is someone who dearly loves you, and the love this person has for you is real. However, he or she is afraid to reveal their true feelings for fear of rejection. Like you, they also fear being hurt. Trust and share your feelings and experiences openly and honestly. You'll be amazed at what unfolds. The most intimate relationships are usually formed through tears and laughter. So don't be afraid to express your feelings, fears, and vulnerabilities. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the new. if you can see this card, the next card that we have is past life relationship. You've known each other before. Okay, most of you already know that. But what they're saying is because of what has happened for a number of you in this lifetime. So, you know, you've gone back and forth with him, divine masculine, so many times that for those of you that have just been in the sense of, okay, I'm over it, it's been a painful process. Just when you think that the two of you are going to finally come together and finally start moving forward together in your life, your love, your union, enjoying life together, it comes crashing down. And after having that happen so many times, you've put this wall up around your heart because you're tired of being hurt by the one person that you love so well. With these divine unions, you come to a place of unconditional love. So you love everyone unconditionally. But to have that partner, your other half, hurt you repeatedly, you've gotten to the point that you've put that wall up because that's your other half. That's your beloved. That's the person you want to be with above all others. But you've been hurt so many times, you built this wall around your heart. And again, notice she's looking down and away from him because you're not wanting to let him in, because him or her, again, this is an energetic thing. So for those of you, this could be a female that's embodying the masculine energy, but you don't want to let him or her in because he's hurt you too many times. And for a number of you, some of the things and the behaviors that he's had in this lifetime are being carried over from a past life. So in the past lifetime. So say for some of you, you know, your past relationship, you know, your husband and wife, and he up and abandoned you. Maybe he didn't feel capable of being a good provider or starting that family or caring for you. And so now in this lifetime, maybe he now in this lifetime doesn't feel capable and feel like he can be a good husband and provider. And then also in this lifetime, what's carried it on in you is you feel abandoned all the time. So that energetic cycle of you being abandoned, him not feeling capable, that just has continued into this lifetime, which is also contributing to you building that wall. So what they're encouraging you to do is to release that, to heal that, to be optimistic. They are helping you with this divine relationship, this divine union, this divine partnership right now. But your thoughts are really impacting the relationship, impacting the union. Because so many of you are just totally focused on your career. You don't have time for it. And when you do think about it, and you do let your thoughts and mind wander to him, it wanders to a place of being hurt. Of, okay, I don't want to think about him again because he just crushes my heart every time. I don't want to think about him because every time I think he's finally going to come into my life and we're going to begin our life together and this adventure together, he crushes my spirit again. He up and leaves me again. He leaves me for his ex again. He leaves me for a different person again. He up and disappears. But it's a cycle that you've been going through with your beloved for a very long time, many of you for years. So when you do think about him and you find yourself coming to a place of reminiscing and missing and longing for him, the wall comes right up, and then you find yourself in a place of negativity of, okay, I don't want to think about him because he's just going to hurt me again. I won't want to open my heart up to that again just so he can crush it again because it's already been hurt too many times. So I'm just going to move forward. But that thought process, what they're saying is energetically, that's what you're creating. So energetically, since you're in a place of, okay, well, he's just going to disappear on me again, and he's just going to hurt me again, and he's just going to go back to her again and treat me like dirt again and upset me again. So I'm just going to, whatever, I don't care about him, and it's just not going to work out. Well, that's what you're energetically creating. You love each other unconditionally. So what they're encouraging you to do is to come to a place of accepting that was all part of the divine plan, the divine path for both of you to lead to some healing work. And not just healing work, but for those of you that, you know, this is a past life cycle, past life trend, that's just simply was brought up again to be healed, so that both of you could heal those things and come to a place of loving yourself. Because there's a lot of stuff he's been healing as well, and we're going to go over that here in a moment. But what they want you to do is, because a lot of the feminine, they're commending you on all the healing work that you have done, because you've done a great job and you're at the place that you're ready. But they're saying to forgive your other half, because he's been going through healing as well. You know, he doesn't hurt you because he hasn't hurt you because he means to hurt you. It's all part of the lessons and the things that he has been going through to heal and prepare for this union. So they're encouraging you to not draw back in those things, to not draw back in the negativity, to let those things go, to come to a place of unconditional love toward him, because you do love him unconditionally. Find that unconditional love, send him love, send him compassion, send him understanding, and be optimistic. Because something that God has ordained, nothing's going to break it apart. I mean, in the Bible it talks about, what God has brought together, talking about man and woman, man and wife, and again, they're energies. So you could have woman and woman, man and man, but talking about, what God has brought together, man and woman, let no man separate. I believe that's talking about that divine union, that twin flame, that union of divine partnerships. So God is working on bringing the two of you together. They're encouraging you to not get in the way, to not let past hurts and negative thoughts get in the way, to send him love, because it's all coming together. Now, for his row, we start off with God is in charge. And on the bottom it says, Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Okay, so what they're saying is, for the divine masculine, there have been a number of them where they haven't wanted this relationship. They haven't wanted this union for whatever reason that may be. For some of them, it's been because they've been holding on to an ex-lover, ex-partner, thinking that that's going to be the person for them. That's who they're going to end up with. For some of them, they're holding on to substances, abuses, things that they're addicted to. And for some of them, they just, they feel the connection's very strong. They don't get it. They don't understand it. So they try to avoid it. For some, they throw themselves into work or whatever. But the thing that they're having to face and deal with right now is they have put these plans in place. Be it, okay, I'm going to get back with my ex-lover. Or, I am going to move cross country because this connection with her kind of weirds me out. So I'm going to move to the opposite side of the country so I don't have to see her or think about that. And for some of them, they throw themselves into addictions. They throw themselves into things so they don't have to deal with that union, that connection that they're feeling. But what they're having to face right now is, no matter how hard they try to fight it and run from it, God is in charge. And this is a union that God has ordained, so it can't be broken. And the harder they fight it and the harder they run from it, the more God just steps in. So, for those divine masculine where they, have been trying so hard to get with an ex-partner or an ex-spouse, an ex-lover, time and time again, God took that person from them, and God's finally ended that completely with them, because that's not the person for them. Because the divine feminine is the person for them. For those that are battling addictions, God is very quickly and swiftly bringing that to an end, because he's ready to usher them into their divine union. So right now, they're just going through a lot of healing. And also a lot of frustration, because what? It doesn't matter for any of us. When we make plans, like when we've decided, okay, that's the job I'm going to get. And for some of you divine feminine, you've had to make recent changes to your career path. That's not what you wanted. Think about how frustrating that was when you got moved to a different department, or your company downsized and you lost your position. You had to go find another position with another company. That wasn't part of your plan. And you were very frustrated and upset, and even upset with God of, why would you do this to me, Lord? This isn't what I wanted. This wasn't part of my path. This wasn't part of my plan. Well, the divine masculine is going through that right now, where he's like, this isn't part of my plan. I wanted to be with her, or I wanted to move to this state, or I wanted to go get high and drink every night. Whatever it is that brings him happiness that was part of his plan, he keeps having God step in the way and stop it, change it, shift it. And it's just been a frustrating time for him now. He is coming into peace with that. And part of that is he is starting to see the divine connection for what it is, because you can only fight something for so long until you finally truly accept it. So I get, for a number of the divine masculine, they have tried to deny, run from, hide, ignore this connection, this divine connection, for a very long time. But I get in the next 3 weeks, they're going to finally come to the place of understanding that this is a connection that God has built. This is a connection that cannot be broken, and there is a reason. They're going to come into the understanding of the fact that they are truly a divine lover, divine partner with the divine feminine, which is going to have them start to learn, to seek, to discover, to figure out, okay, what is this? Okay, I've done everything I can to run from her, to run from this connection, but I can't fight it, I can't get away from it. I can't make anything work out with someone else. I can't move. I cannot get away from this connection. Why? Why? What is this all about? So they're going to start to figure it out, which is why the divine feminine is just being encouraged to just send him love. Send him love, send him compassion, continue to stay optimistic. Don't let the past hurts that you've experienced block that love and block you from sending him compassion and love when he's going through this transition, which you both are going through. When it comes to divine connections, what they feel and experience, you feel and experience. So if you're feeling hurt, the divine feminine is feeling hurt and pain, he's going to feel that as well. And when he's going through pain and confusion and trying to heal, you'll feel pain. And I mean, you may have this amazing day where you're hanging out with friends, and all of a sudden you feel down and sad, and you just feel almost like you want to cry. You're overwhelmed with just almost like grief. And you're like, what in the world? Where's this coming from? It's coming from your other half, because you feel what he feels and vice versa. So help him. He's going to be coming through. He's going to be doing some very swift learning and trying to figure it out. But in the midst of doing that, for the divine masculines, for some of them that do have the addictions, be it some of them they're addicted to alcohol, some of them they're addicted to substances, drugs, some of them they're addicted to pornography, some of them they're saying womanizing, Casanova womanizing, promiscuous. They're saying some of them that they aren't, physically promiscuous, but they have a whole lot of ladies that they like to look at. But for a number of the divine masculine, over the next few weeks, they are going to be cutting these addictions, these things that have been keeping them stuck and been holding them back. So they are going to be getting rid of those things, because that is affecting them. A number of them, that's affecting them physically. And for all of them where it's an addiction affecting them, it is definitely affecting their love life. It is affecting this union. They will have to cut those things out of their life in order for this union to come together. And they are going to be doing that. And they're going to be embarking on cutting that out in the next few weeks. So, divine feminine, you can just send him love and encouragement as he goes through that process. Because for a number of them, if it is addictions to substances, alcohol, when their body is going through releasing that and removing that, it's a challenging process. So send them love, send them encouragement. Pray that Archangel Raphael helps them with the process to help it go as smoothly, swiftly, and easily as possible. Now, the last card we have is romantic feelings. So this is again tied to the lovers, where he's going to be trying to discover, why do I feel this for her? Why do I feel like I have known her my whole life? Why am I so in love with her? Why do I feel this deep love for someone I don't even really know? He's going to be trying to figure that out. And that's what he's going to be focused on. He's going to be putting a lot of effort and focus on that this next few weeks. They want me to read the book for this card, so give me 1 second. And these cards, these come from the the Magdalene Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. And Mary Magdalene and Jesus were twin flames. So, I know it's not all in the Bible though, but it's true. Meditate, and I am sure they will share more information about that with you. Okay, the lovers. Through you, I see what I otherwise cannot see, the reflection of a star, so bright that its light fills heaven, glimmering creations floating out to sea, love in heavenly bodies. Your love forever unfolds, forever illuminates, through endless cycles and seasons, God and Goddess dream through us. And that's again this Lover's card. And it truly is talking about the divine couple, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, that divine flame, the divine flame of creation from God. So, now, next cards that we're going to go over, this is the outcome she would like, outcome he would like, and again, they're energies, masculine energy, feminine energy, things that she can do to help improve the situation, speed up the union, and then what he can do. So, ladies are ready to take a vacation, and I feel that. I'm ready to take a vacation anywhere. But it would be amazing if I could take it with my beloved, because I am sure we would enjoy something, Hawaii or something together. So, the ladies are ready to go and have some quality time together, to actually speak with each other, to let those walls down, and also to communicate and share feelings, because the divine masculine, for a number of you, has not been sharing his thoughts or sharing his emotions or sharing his feelings, which is also partly, well, a huge part of what's contributed to the divine feminine just putting up that wall. Because the divine feminine's not sure what is going on. Divine feminine doesn't even have any clue that he has these feelings. So from her perspective, she'd like to spend some quality time together. Go on a vacation together, some one-on-one time together to actually communicate, share each other's feelings, emotions, and have fun together. Bring that spark back. Now, the divine masculine, I get that for a number of the divine masculine, they are going to very quickly, because again, with a divine union, divine connection, when the divine feminine does healing, it heals and helps the divine masculine. Vice versa. When the divine feminine learns something or reads something, the divine masculine is pretty much read or learn, discovered it as well. So his process he's going to very quickly figure out what is going on with this connection and union, because he already knows that. It's just bringing that into his consciousness. So it will happen very quickly. And what they're saying is, once he comes into this knowing, this knowledge of what this union is, he's going to very swiftly want to move forward with things. They're saying very quickly. It will be very fast. So once he finishes connecting those dots, which will happen quickly, he's going to want to go full speed ahead into that union and moving forward. But God and the divine, they work in an interesting way. So they're going to put some roadblocks up to slow things down, because he's going to have to go through some healing first. For some of the divine masculine, they've finally ended things with an ex-lover, an ex-partner, an ex-spouse. That's going to have to be healed before he can move forward with his divine feminine, because she's healed and she's ready to move forward. She's let her past lovers and everyone go, so she's fully open and ready for that. He needs to finish healing that so he can be moving forward as well. For some of them, that it's, addictions, that's going to have to be healed first before he can come over and be with his divine feminine. It's going to take a little bit of time. So he's going to be ready and gung-ho, ready to move full speed ahead of, hey, let's take that vacation together, let's go spend time together. But God and the angels are going to put the brakes on, and it's going to be completely out of his control. It's going to be a little frustrating for him, because he's going to have to do some healing first, and they're going to help him with that. Which is funny, because that's the card that can help the union from his perspective. So this talks about use your natural healing abilities. And on the bottom it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. So there are a number of the divine masculine. They do have healing capabilities. Most of them don't have any idea that they do yet. They will discover that over time. A lot of the divine feminine have started to realize that they have healing abilities. Some of you are even doing that with your personal practices, your entrepreneurial businesses that you've begun, spiritual practices. For those of you that are twin flames, your other half, he has those healing abilities as well, because you guys are the other half of each other. So what you have, he has, and vice versa. So he has those healing abilities, he just doesn't know it yet. This is more talking to him going to get healing work. They are saying for a small number of them, they do know that they have the healing abilities, and they are going to be tapping into that to help heal themselves, to release that ex-lover, to release those addictions, to release those things that are holding them back from coming into union with you. For some of them, though, they are going to need to go get the assistance of a healer. They're going to have to go find a spiritual healer to help them heal and release those things. And they will be able to do that. And they're encouraging the divine feminine to let him do that on his own. Because they're saying a lot of the divine feminine, there's been years of healing work that's all gone, which is good because it's benefited him. His healing will be very swift, because there's been a lot of healing work that's had to be done on the feminine side, which has healed both of you. Because you had a lot of stuff that had to get healed too, but what you've done is healed both of you. Now he's got this final piece he has to heal, but let him do that on his own. They're encouraging you to not step in and say, oh, well, here's this person, and then call this person, talk to this person. Let him figure it out. He will. The best thing you can do is pray for him, send him love, send him compassion, ask that Archangel Raphael helps him with this healing process and leads him to who he needs to see. Because he will get there. He doesn't need you to help him get there. He will get there. And God and the angels are going to help him. Because God is in charge. God has set this up, and God is going to see it through. So just let him take care of that, and he will. Because they're saying for some of the divine feminine, you're going to want to rush in and be like, okay, I'm going to set you up with this name, and I'm going to set you up with this number. All you're going to be doing is delaying the union, because this is what he needs to do and work through. We both have things we have to work through and deal with on our own, which, yeah, okay, yes, energetically we're both dealing through it and going through it at the same time, but this is his thing. Let him take this. He's in good hands. They're going to help him get through it. If you are to step in and try to start giving, because I get for a number of you, you're not even communicating. So if you come out of left field and start sending names and numbers and everything, you're going to, I don't want to say weird him out, because it's kind of going to be like, oh, great, she's reading my mind again. But don't do that. He's just as divine as you are. You two are connected. He's going to know exactly where to go. Let him go where he's going to go. God is, and the angels are going to take him to the perfect divine healer that he needs to go see. Trust that. Let that happen how it's going to happen. Because it's going to happen in a divine fashion, just as it's meant to. Trust. It's all trust. And right now you guys are in the final stages of everything coming into place, like a puzzle coming with all the pieces falling into place. You're in the final stages. Allow God to finish what he's been doing with both of you. And the divine feminine, you need to get some sleep, ladies. On the bottom it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me relax and sleep deeply. For I know that you are guiding, healing, and protecting me while I rest. So it's going back again to those of you that have been just totally focused on work. You've just literally for months, and even for some of you over a year, have done nothing but work. You have thrown yourselves into work 24/7, and it has really been culminating the past couple months where you have time for nothing. No one, no friends, no family, but work. And that's caused you, it's put you in a fight or flight state for a very long time, which is wreaking havoc on a number of your your health is being affected by it. So they're encouraging you to get to that place of balance. They are helping you. For a number of you, that's why things have shifted in your workplace, where some of you have lost your job. There was downsizing, changes in the company. For some of you, you've switched departments, but these things have been happening. It's all, again, divinely orchestrated. God is helping you. It may not appear like it right now, but God is. God and angels are helping you get back to a place of balance, to get you out of this fight or flight, to open up your life so you have time to share your life with your beloved. Because for a number of you, if you had your beloved show up on your door and ask you to marry him 6 months ago, you wouldn't have time for him at all. Much less take vacations and go enjoy time together. You wouldn't have had time for it. So it's all part of the divine plan to get you back to a place of balance where you have time to share your life with someone. You have time to take vacations, go get a massage, enjoy life. They're helping you get to that place of balance. So the best thing you can do right now to take care of yourself is just relax. Let that stress go. Get some sleep. Get out of that fight or flight state. And your health is also going to take a turn for the better as well. Now, final outcome card that we have. Trust. Trust the process. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And I get that's on both sides. So many of my clients are the divine feminine, but I do have some divine masculine that I work with on both sides. They're asking for you to trust. Because for the divine masculine that realize, okay, I've connected the dots. She's my other half. I get it. God's put us together. I'm ready to trudge and move forward. God is going to put on the brakes for you to take care of that final healing that you have to do. It's going to make you really frustrated. Trust. It's part of the process. And for the divine feminine, where you're like, okay, I've done all my healing. I'm ready. Okay, I'll let the past hurts and things go. I'll let that wall down. I'm ready to move forward with him. Let's do this. Life has changed. Work's changed. I'm ready to start having fun together. Trust. It's not time just yet. Almost. Almost there. And the final stages, they're saying. But it's been a long process. It is nearing the end of all the steps and things that both of you have been going through. Continue to trust. Have faith. It is coming together very soon. They're saying very soon. It is coming together very, very soon. Just trust. Stay in a place of positivity. Continue to send your beloved love, unconditional love, compassion, prayers, kindness, and unconditional love, because that's what we do in divine unions, divine relationships. We come from a place of unconditional love with our beloved and everyone else. So send him or her love and just trust that it's going to happen. And any feedback that you have, I would love to hear from you. Many thanks to everyone for subscribing to my channel, filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.